day. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Houston Oilers.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Looks pretty evident what they want to do. The same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up in a hurry. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
2nd and 8.
Now Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Rosas on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes his offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route because they can hit any one of those 4 at any time, often for a big gain. But to me, the key is don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear,
now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is We do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
He's at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Room here to run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Mostert. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is difficult to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Rosas' kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a... They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this 1st quarter. They'll try and run it. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They hand it off to Mostert. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Come on, baby. Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
It's good to make it 17-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. First down carry for Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eric Armstead just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Keeps the score. Niners 17. Oilers 7.
Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we also...
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll run it. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
To throw now on first down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We'll call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's Mike McGlinchey, former first-round pick out of Notre Dame with a penalty. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the...
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run on first down. Henry, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Stephen Gostkowski for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to look to throw. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the stop. The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one.
It's 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Derek Carr, over 300 yards passing with, more importantly, 4 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest, check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Josh Gordon, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll set up a throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That is on 3-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And the ball is knocked out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just...
Gostkowski for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
They'll run the draw with Mostert.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me probably like he's running a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
49ers 17.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. 2nd and 2. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On play action, they'll throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to his left. He can run, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter to regain the lead in the title.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
A gain of 7, but it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, nice move. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. pushing through the contact. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. We'll call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now out comes Houston.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that.
Throwing here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays when the lanes go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a 4 or so.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Again, it's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He'll try it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. A little over 40 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. Steps away. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the touchdown. And it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? it got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard.
First down and 10.
Tony, do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is...
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1.